How are my ladies feeling today? Oh, I think Heather's a little bit frozen.
I just have a bit of like, yeah,
A little bit of back pain.
like lower back, yeah.
That is actually very convenient. So, and this is because both of you ladies spend a big deal of time in front of the computer, sitting down and all of that, right? But yes, why don't we go grab yourself a block, at least one block, and if you have any other props that you want to play with, go for it, and yeah, we'll start shortly. I'm going to go ahead and play the music for me too. I'll mute everyone, and when you are ready and all set up, feel free to start by laying down on the ground, on your back, on your mat. Another reminder, you don't have to keep your camera on if you don't want to. So yeah. Go ahead. Do make sure that you have your block nearby, within reach. Yeah, there we go. Start feeling your body against the floor and notice which parts and little crevices are not touching the floor. Begin to coordinate your inhales and your exhales mindfully. Acknowledge how your breath is your full movement right now. We're going to inhale for 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. And hold at the bottom for 3, 2, 1. Take a full inhale, that's yours. And let it all go. Reach your arms overhead beside your ears and find a nice lengthy stretch. Inhale, point your toe, arch your back. Exhale, let it all go. Once again, inhale to reach on opposite ends. Point your toes, lengthen your fingers. Exhale, let it all go. Last time, inhale and expand sideways in a 3-dimensional way. And on your exhale, bring your knees to your chest. Give them a nice little hug. Take any movements that you want. You can rock from side to side, or you can just not do any movements at all. Stretch your heels towards the ceiling, both legs, and just give it a nice little wiggle. Hello, legs. Just wiggle your legs. Let go of the strength in your feet and your toes. Give it a nice little tap, and a little slapping gently on your body. And when you have done with that, bring your feet to your mat, a hip width distance. Find some leverage from the floor with your hands and the back of your arms. And take a nice inhale to arch your back a lot. And exhale to imprint your back, tuck your tailbone under. Inhale to arch your back a lot. You're rocking your pelvis. Exhale to tuck a lot. Last time, inhale to arch. And on your exhale, begin to peel your tailbone off the ground until you come to a bridge pose. Holding here. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. Peek at your knees. Make sure that both of them are facing on the same angle, in the same direction. Thrust your pelvis up to the ceiling. Grab a hold of your block and place it underneath your hips, right underneath your sacrum. Your block has 3 different settings, to feel free to place them whichever setting you prefer. Reach your right knee up to your chest and give me 3 circles on one direction. You can hold that knee with your hand and try to give more work towards your arm and your hand than to your hip. When you're ready, reverse your circles. Once you're done with that, take a nice inhale in center. And on your exhale, press your hands against your hand against your knee towards your armpit. Bring that knee towards the armpit. Let it all go. One more time. Inhale in center. Exhale to pull towards your armpit. Inhale to center. Exhale towards your armpit. Reach that heel up to the ceiling and cross that leg on top of your left into a figure 4. Rock from side to side. If you have some of those more sturdy blocks, you're probably getting a lot of feedback on your lower back. And with rocking, we're kind of giving a little bit of a myofascial release, a little bit of a massage. Go as far out as the outer hip on both sides. When you're ready, stretch that top leg long to the ceiling and then onto the floor. Let's do other side. Bring your left knee up to your chest and begin your circles. Let gravity do a lot of the work. And once you've done 3 circles, reverse your directions. Come to center and take a good inhale. And on your exhale, bring your knee towards your armpit. Feel that stretch on the leg that's on the bottom. Inhale to center. Exhale to your armpit. Feel the compression that the hinging of the hip is doing towards your stomach. Inhale to center. Exhale to your armpit. Reach that leg long to the ceiling and cross it on top of the other in a figure 4. Rock from side to side. As per usual with any props, if you feel like they're not feeling good on your body, feel free to discard them or move them around until you find a position that is good for you. Stretch that leg long to the ceiling and then bring your foot down to the ground. Stretch both legs long onto the ground and find yourself in a restorative bridge position. Do make sure you engage your lower abs, start feeling them so that you're protecting your lower back. If you feel any pinch, gently walk out of it. When you're ready, bring your feet back to the ground. Lift your hips off the block and bring it to the side. Lower all the way down to the ground. Take a full inhale in the ground, and on your exhale, bring your knees to your chest. You can grab onto your chins or onto your ankles. Have a full inhale in here. On your exhale, tuck your chin to your chest and start rolling like a ball, rolling up and down until you find your seated position and eventually your tabletop. Hello, Pilates and yoga for the win. Find your tabletop position and begin with your cats and cows. Inhale, look up, melt your heart and your belly down. And exhale, tug your belly, tug your chin. Try that again. Inhale to melt towards the ground and look up. Exhale to puff away from the ground and look down. Try that again a few times on your own timing with your own breath. Very mindful of where your breath is, and eventually start to find any movements or funky shapes that you want to try today. Maybe circles with your hips, with your chest, with your head. Perhaps make one of your body parts the leader of the movement. A couple of fun options are your hips or one hip bone, or your shoulder blades, your heart, your belly. Once you've had enough, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, and find your downward facing dog. Take any steps, any movements that you need today, especially if this is the first time today that your head is below your heart. Take your time and tiny little steps to the front of the mat and meet me on a passive forward fold. Your feet are hip width distance apart. Bend your knees a lot so that you can rest your belly onto your thighs. And either grab for opposite elbows or bring your hands underneath your feet. Let your head dangle. Maybe shake yes and shake no. If you have your hands underneath your feet, you can always be giving yourself a massage on the heel of your hands. You can be dangling from side to side. When you're ready, bring your hands up onto your shins. Take an inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to come down. Try that again. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, come down. Last time. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, tuck your tailbone under, down a lot, and start rolling all the way up. Reach your arms up to the ceiling on an inhale. And on your exhale, melt your left arm down your body for a side bend. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling with both hands. Exhale, melt your right down to your leg, to your thigh, to your knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring your hands down to the ground. Take a big step back and with one leg and then with the other into your plank. A full inhale in here. Exhale, tap your knees down and lower yourself all the way to the ground. Bring your hands on the outside of your mat and tent your fingers into your cupcake or spider position. Take an inhale, lift your forehead, baby cobra. Exhale to come down. A little bit higher. Inhale, baby cobra, your forehead, your chest. And come back down. Last time, inhale, baby cobra. Float your hands off the floor and then float all the way down. Bring your hands beside your ribs, tug your toes under, and find your downward facing dog. Take a big step to the front with your right, and then with your left, and roll all the way up. Inhale, reach both arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, melt your right into your side bend. Make sure your belly button is engaged. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, onto the left. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring your arms down, step into your plank. A full inhale in here. Either tap your knees or lower yourself all the way down to the ground. This time, bring your hands underneath your forehead to make a pillow. Engage, relax your tailbone a lot towards your heels and engage your glutes and lower abs. Bend one knee, right knee. Your toes are pointing to the ceiling, and we're going to lift that knee off the ground, up and down, up and down, up and down. Open your knees slightly to the side in a turnout position and go up and down. It's a tiny little turnout attitude. Up and down, up and down. Now knock your knees together as much as you can and go again. Up and down. Oh, hello, hamstring. Up and down, up and down. Stretch that leg long and bend the other knee. Straight up to the ceiling, up and down, up and down. Make sure your hip bones are attached to the ground, up and down. Open your knee slightly to the side and go up and down, up and down, up and down. Knock your knees together for inner hamstring, up and down, up and down, up and down. Come back to center, stretch that leg, bring your hands beside your ribs, tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. Take any movement that you need. And eventually step front with your left and then with your right. Roll all the way up to standing. Last flow, inhale, reach up. Right away, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring your hands down, hop, step, or walk into your Chaturanga Dandasana or all the way down to the floor. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, reach your right leg up to the ceiling, bend at your knee, open your hips, and then bring that knee towards your left elbow. Inhale, reach up into your three-legged dog, bend at your knee, open your hips, and on your exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, reach up, bend at your knee, Open your hips, and on your exhale, knee to nose. Holding here for a full inhale. And on your exhale, step in between your hands, lower your back knee to the ground for a low lunge. Bring your hands up to your knee, and come out of your lunge a little bit into a more of a square position. Engage your glute a lot and bring that heel up towards your bum and down. Heel comes up and down. Feel the stretch in the front of your knee. Heel comes up and down. Bring your right hand inside your right knee. Reach your left hand up to the ceiling. Find a side bend. Really feeling the stretching on those hips. Take a full inhale in here. On your exhale, reach forward. Walk your hands to the side of your mat and find a side lunge, Skandasana. Come back to center and go into the other side. Come back to center, other side. Come back to center. Find your wide-legged forward fold. Your toes can be slightly inwards than your heels. And this can be a passive pose or a very active. To make it active, you want to engage your quads a lot. You want your tailbone to go towards the ceiling. And your legs can be slightly apart, as wide as you want them to be, or as close together. Okay, take a halfway lift. And on your exhale, open your toes on an angle outwards and bend at your knees a lot. Bring your hands up to your knees and come up with your upper body. Relax your tailbone. You can leverage from those hands on top of your legs. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, drop one shoulder down. Inhale to stretch up to the ceiling. Exhale to drop the second shoulder. Inhale to the ceiling. Exhale, press down to the ground. Come up to a standing position very slowly. Reach up to the ceiling with your hands on an inhale. On your exhale, pivot your back heel. Find your warrior two. Take a full inhale in here and a full exhale. There's a couple of options for your hips. Your hips are either full on looking to the side of your mat or slightly towards one corner of your mat. Yeah, whatever feels better for your body, to make sure you relax your tailbone. Inhale, reach towards your back hand as much as you can, and then drop that hand onto your leg for a reverse warrior. One breath in here. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling and melt your right elbow to your right knee into your extended side angle. Once again, relax your tailbone so that you can find a little bit more depth on that lunge. Yeah. Bend your back knee a little to spring that foot forward and find yourself into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Great. Make sure all 10 toes are pointing to the same direction and your knees are also pointing to the front. Take a full inhale to lengthen your spine, and on your exhale, sit a little bit lower. Come out of it a little bit to lengthen your spine and sit a little bit lower. One more last time. Inhale. And on your exhale, forward fold. Find your halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands on the floor. Hop, step, or walk into your Chaturanga Dandasana or all the way down to the ground. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, left leg up to the ceiling. On an inhale, bend at your knees, open your hips. And on your exhale, bring your left knee to your right elbow. Inhale to lengthen up, bend, open. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale to lengthen up, bend, open. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold in here for a full breath. And on your exhale, step in between your hands, tap your back knee down. Walk your hands up on your knee and come out of your lunge a little bit. Do make sure that your hips are square. And when you're ready, engage that back glute and lift your heel off the ground towards your bum. And down. Bring your heel to your bum. And down. One last time, heel to your bum. And down. Bring your left hand inside your left knee. Reach your right arm up to the ceiling and find your side bend. It's okay if we fall. Embrace the falls because they will happen. When you're ready, walk your hands to the front of your mat and then to the side into your side lunge, Skandasana. Come up to center, other side. Come up to center, first side. Come up to center, find your wide-legged forward fold, hinging at your hips a lot. In this one, you can also have your knees bent for a little bit more of a passive variation of this pose. And not only in this one, in any other pose, you can bend your knees as much as you want to. That feels comfortable to you. Shake your head yes and no. Take a full inhale and find a halfway lift. On your exhale, open your toes to towards the sides, bend at your knees a lot, and walk your hands up to your knees for your goddess pose. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, drop one shoulder. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, drop the other. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, press against the ground. Stretch your knees. Reach your arms long to the ceiling. And on your next exhale, pivot your back heel back into your warrior two. Take a full inhale in here. And a full exhale. Find a deeper lunge. Inhale to reach back with your back arm and then bring it down to your leg for your reverse warrior. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. Inhale to come back into your warrior two. Exhale, left knee, left elbow to left knee, extended side angle. Oh, I know what I forgot. You can stay here with your arms, or you can float the arm that's on your knee towards the side so that you are on a full diagonal shape. Bend your back knee a little bit and spring to the top into your chair pose. Take a full inhale in here. Sit a little bit lower. On your exhale, find that hinging at your hips. Get out of it a little bit on your inhale and come back down on your exhale. Last time, inhale, reach long. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hop, step, or walk, Chaturanga Dandasana, or all the way down to the ground. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reach your right leg up to the ceiling, a big circle sideways, and then towards the ground. Try that again. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling, big circle. Last time, inhale, reach up, big circle. And guess what? Reverse that. Inhale, reach sideways, up to the ceiling and down to the ground. Try to coordinate your breath. Inhale on the reach. Exhale when you lower. Last time, inhale on the reach. Exhale when you're lower. Brush your leg up to the front and take a big step to the front. Meet both of your feet together. Roll all the way up. Inhale, reach your arms up to the ceiling and your right knee up to hip height. Exhale, open your knee to the side. Inhale to the front. Exhale to open. Inhale to center. Exhale, bend your bottom knee and hook that top leg on top. Wow, I am not having a good English day today. Woo, we're in eagle legs. Feel free to stay here with your arms or bring your right arm underneath your left arm for a full expression of Garudasana, eagle pose. This is very similar, if not pretty much the same as your chair pose. On your next inhale, stretch your bottom leg, bring your knee to hip height, take a big heel forward and swing it back down and back into your high lunge. Tap those toes to the ground, release your arms long to the ceiling. Take a nice inhale in here. And on your exhale, open up to warrior two. Inhale, reach back with your arm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, reach up to the center. Exhale, stretch that front leg and find your triangle pose, Trikonasana. Let's float from those three. Inhale, reach to center. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach to the back. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale to center, stretch your front knee. Exhale to tip forward, find your Trikonasana, triangle pose. Take a full inhale in here and a full exhale. Bring that top arm down to the ground. Square your hips, and you can even parallel your legs into your pyramid pose. Take a shorter stance if you need to. Make sure you're stretching a little bit of that hamstring, that front hamstring. If you have a block nearby, you can always use it to bring the floor closer to you. Yeah, great. And we do want to make sure that that front leg hamstring is getting a nice little stretch. When you're ready, walk your hands slightly forward, bend a little bit on your back knee, and swing that back leg up to the ceiling into your standing splits. Same thing. If you want to have your block on your hand to make it a little bit more accessible, it's all good. We're going to reach a little bit longer to the ceiling, and on your exhale, bring your knee to your nose into a cocoon shape. Inhale, reach your leg long to the ceiling. Exhale to your cocoon. Use your abs strength. Last time, inhale, reach long. This time, tap that leg down to the ground and find your low lunge again. Bend your back knee, tap your back knee, and walk your hands inside your feet. Either stay here, or you can go down to your forearms for a lizard pose. There are two versions of this pose. You can stay hugging that knee towards your center, that knee that's on the front, towards your center, or you can open your toes slightly to the side and just let that knee fold sideways. This is a very nice hip opening for most people, but if this doesn't feel nice to you, please disregard. Hold in here. When you're ready, come up to your hands, lift that knee off the ground and step into your downward facing dog. Reach your left leg up to the ceiling and make a big circle. We're doing the other side. Inhale, reach your leg up. Exhale, down, side and down. Inhale up, side and down. Reverse your circle. Inhale to the side. Exhale up and down. Do really try to massage your hips on the ball and socket. Once you finish your third circle, step in between your hands with one foot and then the other, roll all the way up. Inhale to reach your arms and your left knee up to hip height. Exhale, open your knee to the side. Inhale to center, try not to let your hips open. Exhale to open. Keep your hips steady. Inhale to center. Sit on your chair, find your eagle legs, left knee on top of right knee. And stay here with your arms or bring your left arm underneath your right for eagle arms. Play around with your weight. Is it at the ball of your feet? Is it on your arch? Is it on your heel? And similar to what we did with the chair pose, in every inhale, you get out of it a little bit, and every exhale, you sit a little bit lower. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to reach your arms up to the ceiling, your knee to hip height. Exhale to kick your heel forward, swing it down and back into your high lunge. A full inhale in here. And on your exhale, open to warrior two. You make sure that your front knee is going on the same direction as your toes. Yeah. Inhale to reach back. Exhale to find your reverse warrior. Inhale to reach to center. Exhale to stretch your front knee, tip forward into your triangle pose. Inhale to bring back to center. Exhale, warrior two. Try that again. Inhale, reach long to the back. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, reach to center. Exhale, stretch your front knee. Come back down into your triangle. Take a full inhale in here. And really make sure that your shoulders are stacked on one on top of another so that you're opening your chest. When you're ready, bring that top arm down to the ground and find your pyramid pose. You can shorten your stance. Bring both all 10 toes to face the front. Find a little bit of your hamstring stretch. You can stay just here on a very active pose, or if you wish to, you can just melt your upper body down towards your front leg. Bend your back knee a little bit and swing it all the way up to the ceiling for your standing splits. Take a full inhale in here. And on your exhale, bring your knee to your nose in your cocoon. Can you get a little bit smaller in that ball? Inhale, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, a little bit more compact. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling. Bring your leg down into your low lunge, tap your knee down to the ground, and walk your hands inside your foot. Stay here or go down to your forearms. Stay hugging your knee towards your center or open your toes slightly to the side and let that knee drop to the ground. Don't be afraid to play around, find some movement within your poses. It's just like in dance. A pose is never a pose, it's always a movement. When you're ready, come up to your hands. Bring that knee to hug towards your center again. Stretch that back knee up, down, wow, English, off the ground. Take a nice little impulse and step right beside your other leg. Sit on your yogi squat, Malasana. If you have a block, I highly recommend you sit on it because we're going to have some fun. All right. Great. Bring your arms to your heart center and let it all go. Try that again. Take a full inhale, expand sideways, flutter your lips. One last time. Inhale. Open your mouth, stick your tongue out. Coronavirus. Reach your right arm to the ceiling and find a little twist. Bring that arm down onto your back. Inhale, reach that back up to the ceiling and come back to center. Inhale, reach your left up to the ceiling. Exhale, circle it down and onto your back. Inhale, up to the ceiling. Exhale to heart center. Now with the legs. Inhale, stretch your right leg out to the side. Bring it in. Inhale to reach your left. Exhale to bring it in. Inhale to reach your right. Hover it and bring it on to the center of the mat. Inhale to hover and open again and bring it back in. Last time. Inhale, reach your left. Exhale to hover and bring it to the center. Inhale to open it. Exhale to come back. You've done it. See, I'm telling you, sneaky ways to bring Pilates into yoga. Take a full inhale here, and on your next exhale, press the ground, come all the way to your standing pose, and find your dance break number one. Just shake it out, let it go. This is my favorite song these days because it doesn't say anything other than that. If you're listening to the playlist. Okay, for the next section, if you want a little bit more of a challenge, I recommend you step on a block. If you don't want too much of a challenge, just do it on the floor. It probably will be equally as challenge, full disclosure. Okay, so wherever you are, block or not, bring your right knee up to your hip height and your arms to the ceiling. On your exhale, open your knee to the side like just we did before. Inhale, bring your knee to center. Exhale, open it to the side. I am very mistaken. Sorry, inhale on the side. Exhale to center. This time, inhale, reach your heel forward. On your exhale, swing your leg down and back into your toe pulling three. Circle your leg side and into your tree pose. Try that again. Inhale to bring your knee up to the front. Exhale to kick your heel forward. Inhale in here. Exhale for your big circle. One last time. Inhale, knee to the front. Exhale to kick forward. Inhale in here. Exhale to swing down and back. And this time, do stay on your tree pose. Feel free to bring your foot onto your thigh, on your calf, on your ankle, or on the floor. Relax your tailbone down. Engage your lower abs. When you're ready, bring that knee back to the front and bend it all the way down, back and down, back. Sorry. Going to your toe pull in 3. Bend your knee like we did on the floor. And then reach your right arm to grab your foot. Find your dancer's pose. If you're done with this, let it all go. Shake it out. Find your dance break number 2. And since most of us have a block, do step on with your left foot onto your block and find a little bit of a calf stretch to give it a little bit of a release. Bend your knee and step your weight into your block or against the wall, you can do that. When you're ready, come back to center. Let us do the other side. Inhale, reach your arms and knee up to hip height. Exhale to open to the side. Inhale to center. Exhale to open. Inhale to center. Exhale to open, find your tree pose. This time, bring your hands up onto your heart. Inhale, reach your knee up to the front. Exhale, extend, kick your heel to the front. Inhale in here. Exhale to swing down, back, and around for your tree pose. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale to kick. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to circle. One last time. Inhale, knee forward. Exhale to kick. Inhale to reach. Exhale to circle. Find your tree pose. Relax the top of your hip. And when you are ready, bring that knee up to the front. Stretch your heel forward, swing it back into your toe pull in 3. Bend your knee, grab for your left foot, and find your dancer's pose. Once you've had enough, let it all go. If you're on a block, step out away of your block, shake your legs, and find that stretch on your calf. Bring your block down to the side, step into the front of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hop, step, or walk into your chaturanga or all the way down. You can always tap your knees down to the ground. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take any movements that you need. And when you're ready, either hop through or tap your knees down to the ground and then swing your legs forward, sitting onto your bum. Bring your legs apart just slightly and do have your block nearby. We're going to reach up to the ceiling. And on your exhale, we're going to hinge at your hips, fold forward. Roll all the way up again. Inhale, reach with your arms. Exhale to fold. Last time, inhale, reach with your arms. Exhale to fold, and we're going to stay. Your feet can be flexed a lot or a little, and you can always have your block nearby to bring your forehead onto your block so that you can relax into that position a little bit. We're here for a couple of breaths, or 3 breaths. When you're ready, roll out of there into your seated position and bring the soles of your feet to touch. Oh, hi, Luna. Bring the soles of your feet to touch into a little diamond shape. Wow, she certainly wants something. And find a comfortable seating for you. Your legs can be as far apart, your heels as far apart of your hips, or as close together as you want them. We're going to inhale, reach up to the ceiling. On your exhale, you're going to stick your bum out first and then lean forward. From here, take a full inhale in here and start making a big spider circle around your hips. As wide and as big as you can, at least 3 on one direction and 3 on the next direction. Once you completed your 3, reverse. If you have a partner nearby, make sure you coordinate with your partner so you don't bump heads. And when you're done, come back to center and do 3 or more of those waves. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to come forward. And roll up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to come forward. And roll up. Last time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to come forward. When you roll up, bring your knees together. Lengthen your spine. And on your next exhale, lower, roll 1 vertebra down towards your back. Inhale, come up to your center. Exhale, 2 vertebrae. If you want this a little bit more challenging, you can always be floating your legs. Inhale up to center. Exhale, 3 vertebrae down. Massaging your spine. Last time, inhale up. JK, come all the way down to hover. Let your legs hover, your chin towards your chest. Embrace a little shake. If this hurts your hip flexors, just let it go. And when you're ready, come all the way down. Rock your hips from side to side. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Reach your arms overhead for an inhale. And on your exhale, bring your knees to your chest. Rock from side to side. And let your left leg go long to the ground. Bring your right elbow on inside your left, right elbow inside your knee, and your hand grabs onto the outside for a half happy baby. Stay here in stillness or find any movements that you need. Little circles, little shimmies with your hips. When you're ready, cross that leg across your chest, and you can be grabbing onto that leg as if you were rocking a baby. Or you can bring both of your arms underneath your right calf and your right leg for a reclined pigeon pose. Your head can be on the ground or it can be floating off the ground. Try to relax that outer hip. Once you've had enough of this, continue crossing your leg into your twist. Stay here, or that leg can stretch to the front if you want a bigger stretch. Try to relax both shoulders on the ground. When you're ready, circle that leg onto the ground to meet with your left until you're on your back. And grab a hold of your left knee for other side. Find your half a happy baby pose. Elbow inside your knee, grabbing on the outside of your foot. Your knees coming down towards the ground. And cross it in front of your chest for a reclined pigeon. Your choice of how you want to grab that leg, if you want to grab it underneath or around, like a baby that you're rocking. We're trying to make that shin parallel to our chest. And whenever you're ready, continue crossing that leg into your twist. When you had enough, stretch that top leg onto the ground and then circle it back down until you're laying on your back. Take any other movements or poses that you need for today's practice. And if you don't have anything else that you want to do, find your final resting pose, Shavasana. Start letting go of the control of your breath. Close your eyes. Thank you all for being here. It is a pleasure to share my energy with you, even through the screen. I hope you had a good class, and if you're still in Shavasana, feel free to stay there. I will leave you all, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye.